To keep this as simple as possible, the video will feature only some select comments here and there over the gameplay for some added context. Now to my mind this David has some very weird pathing and it throws me off at first, but it ends up being irrelevant soon enough. Now if I had to guess what happened here, it's that he got mad because he got down at the very end of the exposed status window, and he must have felt a certain way about that. Hence the DC. Now, to my mind, what's crazy here is that since you were able to move your character at the start of the match, that was a roughly 70-second period to find a gen, get on it, and the pop it. And survivors still wonder why killers decide run full slow down perks. Because the only way you can get a hook without the first gen popping is if the survivors are actively avoiding doing objective for whatever reason. Now, I don't normally go out of my way to call out things like this, but come on. That was some bullshit. I was even fully turned around, but it still counted the blind. Now my logic here is simple. Get the bot out of the game as soon as possible. I don't want them to get free objectives done from this bot sticking around longer than he needs to. Up until this point I noticed the Sable likes to shadow her teammates, but I hate looking for people who just hide, so we decide to go somewhere else to keep the pressure on. By the way, what is wrong with Clown's wrist? Have you ever noticed how scuffed it looks during the bottle throw animation? A great bit of game design right there from Behavior. Thank you again to Behavior. I love your auto-aim. The invigoration effect is a really strong tool for killing the downtime between loops, and in this case it made it super easy for me to catch up to her again after breaking the pallet. We do occasionally have to flip our camera around to get value out of Infectious. As an aside, I have been debating swapping out Infectious for another perk. In a game like this, Lightborn would have provided some, although not much quality of life. So if you think about it, by this point, they actually got a fair bit of use out of the bot. But people will still complain that it is unfair to target the bot. Like, have you guys forgotten what it used to be like before, when a DC meant a true 3 versus 1? Honestly, I'm constantly expecting people to hunker down and try to play the loops, only to remember it's 2025 and holding W is just the norm. This to me is by far the most annoying thing a survivor can do. Just sit there at a drop pallet and shine that beam into my eyeballs, then expect mercy from me. Wild. I've dropped a few hints here and there throughout the video, but yeah, these survivors were not too happy with my playstyle. But what I think people almost never stop to do is consider the other player's perspective. Would you show mercy to these players? Based on how you've seen them play, that is. This map is so aggravating in my opinion, as far as visibility goes, and it's been like this since the very early days of DBD. Plus there are certain killers which can't even fully make use of their power through the corn, which seems a bit, or a lot, unfair. This is, in my opinion, yet another sign of disrespect from these survivors. Notice how the Sable was yet again following behind me, trying to annoy me and maybe get that pallet save, all the while clicking in my face, and trying to blind me, like that will somehow bring her father back with the milk. Sadly, we all know that is never going to happen. And there goes the DC, add that to the list of satisfying moments you love to see. GG gamers, better luck next time. I guess this is the typical, you can't please everybody, especially not strangers, so why even bother? I had fun in the end getting my victory. I decided to leave in the post-game chat, simply because I enjoy seeing how some people have to rationalize a loss in a video game, instead of just moving on and learning from it. No, it just has to be someone else's fault for why they had a bad time. I understand the feelings of frustration, I am not immune from them, but at some point you just have to take a loss and move on.
Are you serious? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Do better. Mind your own business.